I do half of my episodes are solos like this, and the other half are interviews. And sometimes I'm recording multiple episodes in the same day. And it gets challenging for me to record it in any other place except for on the cloud on my Zoom. Now you're saying, hey, but my friend said Zoom sucks. You're saying, hey, but my friend said the audio quality, the video quality is so bad on Zoom. Adam, you're not a real podcaster. You're not a real audio engineer because you're using Zoom. Well, that's fine. You can believe that, you can think that, and you can use riverside.fm if you'd like. That is no problem. But this audio quality here is good enough. It works. You can hear me. You're learning. You're engaged. It doesn't sound terrible. It sounds just fine. So I'm using a good enough mic. I'm using good enough headphones, and I'm in a room that works. Now, if I had a worse microphone, I wouldn't be recording in this because I've got tons of windows to my left. I've got a vaulted ceiling above me. I'm right next to a wall. And then I've got these other two walls behind me that are quite far. And by doing that, if I had, for example, let's go back to the Blue Yeti that a lot of people hear of and want and think is really good, even though it's not. If I was trying to do that in this room, it would sound terrible. If you're going to use a Blue Yeti, you've got to get inside a real recording studio. All of your walls need to be treated 100%. You need to have carpet or a rug on the floor. You might want to put some sound dampening eggshell things, carton things on your ceiling as well as your walls. And you want to make sure that you're not by any windows. And so where to record means geographically where to record. You record in your house or in your office in a recording studio where you're not going to get interrupted, where it's not too echoey. And also you record somewhere on a platform like using your Rodecaster Pro, which they're kind of expensive for half of us. Half of us are like, that's way too much money for me. And that's fine. You don't need one. And I use Zoom. I have a paid version of Zoom, but if you are recording shorter episodes, I think 40 minutes right now, as we record, I think the max is 40 minutes. If you can keep it under that, you can actually use Zoom for free. And there is Riverside and there is Squadcast and there are multiple other places. So there's some ideas of where you record. Number 4 is someone to edit or publish your episodes. Now you can be that person. I don't recommend you being that person. Why? Because I don't recommend people that start businesses be their own accountant, their own attorney, their own salesperson, their own marketing person, their own fulfillment person, their own customer relations person. If you're trying to run a business and you are wearing all of the hats, you can't grow very much. You can't do very much. It takes people, usually on average, about 12 hours to edit and publish an episode. So you got to record it and you got to be the editor and publisher. Usually not worth it. If you're planning on making $20 an hour, $50 an hour, $100 an hour, $1,000 an hour, or even more, if your goal is, hey, I want to make $300 per hour. That's what my attorney's been charging me. And I'm worth it. I'm every good as bit as him or her. And so you believe you're a $300 per hour type of person. Well, that would mean it would be valuable enough to you to spend $3,000 plus on having somebody else edit your podcast. Why? Because if your time is that valuable, if you can stay in your lane and make that much money, why would you sit here and do work that someone else can do for less? My team charges somewhere around $15 an hour to edit podcast episodes. Now, it costs right now, as I record, it's like $275. It takes us about 12 hours. I haven't done the math on that, but I'm sure it's close enough to about $15 an hour. It's not a lot of money. And if you think you're worth less than $15 an hour, you should absolutely do your own. If you think you're worth more than $15 an hour, you should absolutely let somebody else handle it so that you can focus on your stuff that makes you even more money. That way you can be more successful. So don't have to wear all the hats. So number 4 is someone to edit and publish your episodes. Yes, you can be that person. Yes, your spouse could be that person. Yes, your business partner could be that person. Whomever you would like to choose, but someone has to edit it and publish it and get it on the platform so people can hear it. So that's a 4th thing that you absolutely need if you just simply want a podcast.